We were at the movies with Matt and Ryan, the Oscar edition. The nominees are finally out.
Jeez, Ryan took a line of Coke before this video, I guess. Or is it a line
My
of
parents listen to this.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No, I'm just kidding. They don't know how to use YouTube.
No, Ryan was eating too much Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, I told him he's got to cut back on the sugars, but
Yeah, Trent said the same thing the other day. I was eating M&Ms. I was very hyper.
yeah.
Friday night.
Try to limit yourself. That's why kids have ADD, because of the sugary cereals, you know.
Trent's a good parent.
Okay. Today's show, we are talking about the Oscar nominations. I know many of you tuned in on Tuesday when I did my live reactions. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was our most viewed video. I mean,
88 views.
let's have a clap. Why aren't you clapping? Yeah! 80 views, guys. Wow!
We actually got our 5th subscriber.
We're going up, all the way up. So
Keep it going.
we're going to keep with the Oscars, and we're going to have a more formal kind of discussion about them. Ryan's not in class now, so he can weigh in. But
Yeah.
let's start with the biggest and the baddest. Best Picture.
Woo!
The 8 nominees are Arrival,
Ugh.
Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Fences, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight.
Hidden
And
Figures.
Hidden Figures. I'm sorry, Michael Keaton can say it. I can say it. We all mess up. So that's 9 nominees. Usually they're around 8 or 7.
Yeah, there's more than I thought.
Yeah. All right. So let's go movie by movie.
Yeah.
Arrival. Do you think it was deserving of a Best Picture nomination?
Yes. And I think because I think I think they do look at box office when they do pick these, and this did very well at the box office. It's actually pretty mainstream.
It's near the $100 million mark domestically.
Yeah. And I think it was very well directed too. And I'm glad we'll get to directors later, but there's a bit of a surprise you were excited about.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But I had a feeling Arrival was going to get nominated because it's kind of mainstream and its appeal. You know, it's a science fiction movie, but it's very smart and it's a very thoughtful approach. Kind of the linguistic aspect of talking to aliens. You know, it's a really well made movie. It didn't make my top 10 list. I didn't love it. It's probably my least favorite of Dene's recent movies. But that's not saying much. Like, I love his movies, so I think it's like a solid 8 out of 10. So am I happy with it being nominated? Yeah, I think it was a really good movie and very
It's
much deserving.
Yeah.
All right, Fences. What's your thoughts?
I liked it more than you did.
Clearly.
I think I gave it a 7 and you gave it like a 5.
4 now. 3 maybe.
4 or 3 maybe. Okay.
Fucking movies suck.
I think whenever when you get to this point and when you get to the point that Denzel's at, and even like Meryl Streep, you get like rewarded all the time.
Yeah, but do you think it was deserving? Was the
Do
question.
I think it was deserving? Compared to the top tier that we got, like Moonlight and La La Land, no. I think they could have cut out like 1 or 2 of these movies, to be honest. I don't think like these all this. I think it's a throw-in. Like, I don't think it really deserved it to be that. If I had to pick out of the 9, which is the worst one, it'd be that one.
Oh yeah. Well, first off, we'll start by saying Ryan has seen 8 of these. I've seen 7. I need to see Hacksaw and Lion, and Ryan needs to see Lion. So
Wow.
what?
I didn't realize that. I've seen more than you.
All right. Well, we're both gonna see all of them by the time Oscars come. Well, I didn't see Hacksaw, all right?
Yeah.
But Fences, I fucking hated, and I think it's just it felt so lazy. And I know Denzel and Viola Davis were in the play, and Viola Davis was very good in the movie, probably easily the best part. But the movie was like the filmmaking was turdish. It was fucking awful.
It wasn't the most.
No, the movie.
Yeah.
The movie was way closer to making my worst of list than I think people would realize. Bless you, Ashley. I just fucking hated it. It was so stupid. Like it.
I think like the Denzel's character was interesting.
He was the most one-dimensional character ever.
It's
and
tough, based off of a play. It was based off of a play, Matt. I think like could he have done a bit better job directing? Yeah, probably. But like.
Yeah, of course. What he didn't do anything wrong. And his
acting in
performance sucked. There's moments of unintentional hilarity when he's talking out a fucking window. I'm gonna come for you, the devil.
That was
so bad in the
Listen to me,
movie. It's so overacting.
Well, the one problem I had with the dialogue was it was a little repetitive. He kept bringing up the sun thing. And
the characters had very little depth, and it could have been this really nice slice of life. 1960s Chicago, black family growing up. It could have been really good, but it felt so disconnected from humanity. Like it it felt very staged and overacted. I just really despised the movie because I thought it had potential. Like
I still think his character is a little complex.
I think the movie was, like I said, overacted, overstaged, has zero sense of humanity in reality. It sucked. All right.
Did we get our review up for this?
I don't know if we did.
I don't think we did.
I'll repost
Because it was
all right?
no, it was having issues. That's why. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. But Hacksaw Ridge, like I mentioned, I haven't seen.
It's deserving. I said this before though. My initial reaction, I think I really like. After I see a movie like this, I feel like I don't know. Said it was better than it really was. But at the same time, though, I think if Mel Gibson didn't direct this, and I think if Andrew Garfield wasn't the main actor, I think it would have been a 5 out of 10. Because I was like amazed by like the explosions in the war and how like emotionally driven they were. Like I was almost like shaken by like the Like I was pretty shaken by the explosions and everything. It was directed very well. It captured the war scene really well. And I mean that's how I guess I haven't really seen a lot of Mel Gibson movies. I think this is the only one actually. So this is the but I've heard that this is what he does. He likes to show the brutalness of brutality of war. But yeah, I mean Garfield was great. I thought he was better in Silence actually, which shockingly didn't get nominated. But
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but he was very good. I almost had like a Forrest Gump vibe with him, like in the beginning. But then the tone change was incredible. Like it was unbelievable.
All right,
in the movie.
I'll watch it at some point and share my thoughts.
It's worth the watch.
All right. Next up is Hell or High Water.
Yes.
We know Ryan has, raved and kissed this movie. He literally licked Jeff Bridges' face because he loved this movie so much. Ryan loves this movie, so you can start by talking about it.
It's so random. It was a great Western.
You love Jeff Bridges.
Okay. So
I get it, Ryan.
In this movie, there was 2 different stories. There's 2 different stories. It was Chris Pine's character, and stop. and then the cops. They had the cop story, which was Jeff Bridges and his partner, and it was so good because even though it was 2 different stories and 2 different journeys we were watching, they all connected to one thing, and it all connected to this big finale at the end that was pretty impressive, and it was well directed. And and Chris Pine, like his character, he wasn't like a protagonist. He was just kind of like it was.
Well, the definition of protagonist is the main character. That doesn't. It's good
someone
or
who
bad.
does good though, like most of the time. That's what most people perceive a protagonist to be. And he did some things that he probably regretted in the movie, but it was all for like the betterment of him and his family. So it was kind of interesting. It wasn't just a mindless like Western film.
Yeah, it was very good, very very solid, if not unspectacular. I liked it. I mean, it's a solid 8 out of 10 movie. Do I really remember that well? I mean, it had some nice dynamics, and I liked the sense of place it had. So yeah, it was a good movie. I guess it's deserving. Yeah,
I'll watch it again.
Hidden Figures.
I think we both kind of had the same thoughts on this. But from what I remember.
Okay.
But it was pretty good. It was crowd pleasing, but it was also kind of grounded. I mean, you kind of you root for the characters. It wasn't like Costner had his big speech and everything, which is usual with him. But I mean, it was pretty good. It was a crowd pleaser. Definitely a lot of people would like it. I feel like
this is the type of movie the Oscars love to nominate. The kind of dramatic crowd pleasers, did really well at the box office, but I think it deserves it though, but just because the performances were good. It was solid. I mean, it's solid filmmaking, I guess. I mean, it's not very, like I said, it's not the most spectacular thing in the world, but yeah, 7 out of 10 movie. So I guess I'm not.
It deserves.
It doesn't piss me off like fucking Fences does. So whatever. La La Land, yes. Just yes, whatever.
Yeah, no, wait.
We talked about the movie For Death. All right, I'm sick of talking about it.
Giselle's the best director of our time.
I disagree. All right, Lion, we haven't seen. We'll have a review at some point.
So you guys.
So we don't know, but I'm curious to see it. I'm a little surprised they got nominated, but that's cool. I like Dev Patel. So Manchester by the Sea, yes.
I feel like these like Moonlight we've talked about.
Yeah, Moonlight obviously my favorite, tied for my favorite movie of the year. But if you were to knock out one and add in a few, so we'd both knock if you were to not, what would you knock out
I
out
would
of
knock
these
out
9?
Fences, and I would put Edge of 17 in place of Fences.
Okay, well, be realistic of like movies the Academy would nominate. You can't just say like Batman vs Superman because that
No,
would
I'm
never.
not saying.
I know, but if
I think that's realistic.
Edge of 17 had 0.
Look at the reviews. I mean,
Ryan,
what?
it got 0 nominations. How would?
Well,
what movie gets 0 nominations then
I
gets
know.
the best
I'm just
picture?
kidding. Well, no, that's my other point.
Just don't yell,
when we get
please.
into
Jesus
actress,
Christ.
when we get into actress later, that's my,
Oh my God.
that's my point.
All right. Well, I'd put in Silence personally. I'd definitely knock out Fences. I mean,
I'd knock out Hidden Figures on it. If we're gonna put Silent in there.
Silence.
Oh
God.
Put Silence in and knock out Hidden Figures. Or you could keep Hidden Figures, knock out Fences, and you could just have a 10th nomination. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't knock out Hidden Figures. I think
I know. Well, that's what, have a 10th nomination then.
I don't really know. I think the Oscars covered most of them. I'm looking at a list of movies I've seen. I don't know what else they would have nominated.
Deadpool. I know a lot of
Fuck
people are saying
that.
Deadpool.
No,
I know. I'm just saying
fuck
a lot
that.
of people are saying Deadpool.
I don't know what else they could have even
Light
nominated.
Between Oceans.
No. Good one. Those 10 Buckaroos. I honestly don't know what else they could have nominated. Maybe Billy Rin.
No.
All right.
Zootopia.
Yeah, I guess Zootopia would have been.
Zootopia could have. I think it was good enough.
I think Silence is the only one where it's like a noticeable.
How about the Lobster? You think they could have?
No, I did guess. We'll talk about that later. But all right, so Silence is the only I think big miss out of the category. Actor leading role. This one would be easy. Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea. Andrew Garfield, Hacksaw Ridge. Ryan Gosling, La La Land. Viggo Mortensen, Captain Fantastic, and then Denzel. Denzel obviously sucked. We'll move on from that one. Yeah, he was trash.
Who would you put in place of him then?
Who would I put in Best Actor?
You need a 5th nomination.
Huh. The acting category was pretty weak this year, but I definitely put in Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah.
For The
yeah,
Lobster.
You got nominated for Golden Globe.
Yeah. Maybe even Chris Pine was pretty good in Hell or High Water. I know he wasn't really talked about that much for the movie, but I really liked that they nominated Mortensen. Oh wait, Tom Hanks for Sully, I guess. Even though
Tom Hanks could have.
A lot of people think Sully was a miss.
Do you think Sully could have gotten nominated? That's another one that probably could have for Best Picture. Sully.
Yeah, I think
I didn't see it.
It came out too early, I think was the thing. But I'm happy Viggo Mortensen got nominated. He was very good in Captain Fantastic. Big win for A24 because this movie came out in the dead heat of July. I mean, it made $7-8 million. So I'm happy for Viggo. Matt Ross, who directed, wrote it, and stars on Silicon Valley as Gavin Wilson. So very cool. Gosling and Affleck, I think, are deserved. Obviously, I don't think there's much dispute in that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge, but I would have rather seen Garfield here for Silence than Hacksaw.
How about both? Agree for both.
I guess.
It was the whole release thing with Silence. That's probably what.
Yeah. All right. That's a pretty simple category. Actress in leading role: Isabelle Huppert, Elle, Ruth Negga Loving, Natalie Portman, Jackie, Emma Stone, La La Land, Meryl Streep, Florence Foster Jenkins. Stop fucking nominating Meryl Streep, okay? Jesus Christ.
Well, like I said, she's like Denzel. When you get to the
fucking great. Now she's gonna give a big goddamn speech at the Oscars about, we got to get rid of football and martial arts.
I didn't have a problem with the speech.
Painting.
I didn't have a problem with the speech. That was the only problem I had.
The speech was fucking stupid.
Because it contradicted her previous statements in her speech by saying that we got to get rid of football. Well, she didn't say we got to get rid of, but all we'll have is football and martial arts. That's kind of making fun of them, and it's kind of contradicting your.
It's kind of stupid.
That was the only problem I had with her speech.
I'm just sick of. I'm not. Obviously, she's one of the best actresses ever, but it's just she's getting nominated for movies that aren't very. Florence Foster Jenkins was the most mediocre movie of all time.
It was a crowd pleaser.
It was the ultimate 5 out of 10. Oh, holy shit! I'm gonna forget this movie in a week. I don't know, super mediocre. I just didn't,
It is a little forgettable.
insipid.
I didn't like it,
Insipid is the word I would describe it with.
Insipid.
Yes. Obviously, I watched Jackie last night. We'll review that at some point.
Yeah, I can't say.
Portman was very good in it. It was definitely an ambitious performance. Emma Stone for La La Land, deserved it.
Yeah.
I need to see Loving. Elle, I haven't seen. The only person, I think Meryl Streep, I wish Annette Bening was nominated for 20th Century Women. I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard nothing but glowing things. And, Annette Bening is another fantastic actress. So that would have been... I guess I don't think Haley Stein.
Haley Steinfeld should.
I know, but there was no universe where she'd be nominated really for Best Actress.
But,
so, I mean, you gotta go with Sally Field was pretty good in Hello, My Name Is Doris, and Sasha Lane in American Honey. Those are some. Oh, Taraji P. Henson, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's a lot of people I would put in for Meryl.
You even said though about Steinfeld was if any other 18-year-old did that, it would have been bad.
Well, yeah.
So you got to look at that too.
I know. I think it was a great performance. It'd be in my 5, but not in
not in the academies.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess not.
So where are we? Actor in a supporting role: Marshala Ali, Moonlight; Jeff Bridges, Hell or High Water; Lucas Hedges, Manchester by the Sea; Dev Patel, Lion; and Michael Shannon, Nocturnal Animals. So
I'm glad Shannon got nominated for. I can't believe Taylor Johnson did though. That's my one issue.
I'm happy with him. I had a feeling he wasn't gonna get nominated.
I don't know. Lucas Hedges basically took his place.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong list. I don't have much gripes with it.
Yeah.
I loved Aaron Taylor Johnson in Nocturnal Animals, but he won the Golden Globe, so good for him. Yeah, I mean, that's a good list. Obviously, I need to see Lion.
I wonder who will win. Probably.
Ali probably.
Yeah.
If Jeff Bridges hadn't won an Oscar before, probably him, but it'd probably be Ali. I mean, I think the only person who could quietly win this is Michael Shannon. If I had to, out of all the acting categories, I think because Ali didn't win the Golden Globe, he's won mostly everything else. But I could just see maybe Michael Shannon sneak up. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, actress supporting role: Viola Davis, Naomi Harris, Moonlight; Nicole Kidman, Lion; Octavia Spencer, Hidden Figures; Michelle Williams, Manchester by the Sea. I mean, again, pretty good list. I wish the Octavia Spencer spot was maybe replaced. I thought Janelle Monáe was better in that movie.
Yeah, she's the performance I remember more than.
Yeah, and she was pretty good in Moonlight.
Naomi.
Yeah, as Ashley's a big fan of hers as well.
Naomi Harris was great. I wish she's probably not going to win, which is sad.
If I was picking, it'd probably be between Harris and Michelle Williams for who would win. But definitely Viola Davis is going to win this category. But I wish Molly Shannon for Other People or Felicity Jones from A Monster's Call would be in there. Both very great performances in all respects.
Felicity Jones had an interesting year. She was in Inferno, right? And then Rogue One.
But so good list. I don't really... Octavia Spencer's the only one I have a gripe with. Even though I didn't like Fences, I think Viola Davis was by far the best part. Animated feature: Kubo, Moana, My Life as a Zucchini, The Red Turtle, Zootopia.
I only saw Zootopia. It was great.
I saw 3. Kubo is my favorite of the 3. I liked Moana a lot. I think Zootopia is going to win. But, Finding Dory could be called a bit of a snub in this category.
No, My Life as a Zucchini.
I don't want to judge movies I haven't seen, so I'm not gonna do that.
I know, but they should base it off if they base it off of box office and popularity.
That's not the basis. It plays a factor. It doesn't. It's not the basis.
I think that's
why. If it was the basis, fucking 50 Shades of Grey would be nominated every goddamn year.
No. Obviously, I look at the quality. I'm just saying that there's a reason why Moonlight isn't favored to win because of the box office.
Well, no, I don't think it's. I don't think it's that.
Even though it should.
All right. What else do we need to talk? Oh, we'll do director.
Yeah.
Denis Villeneuve for Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Mel Gibson, La La Land, Damien Chazelle, Manchester by the Sea, Kenneth Lonergan, and Moonlight, Barry Jenkins.
No Silence. No Scorsese this year.
Yeah, Scorsese feels like a bit of a snub.
I don't know who you get rid of, though. I guess
I'd get probably Mel, even though I haven't seen the movie. I'm happy Denis got nominated. That was a bit of a surprise, personally. But it was a happy surprise. He hadn't been nominated before, so I'm happy for him.
Can you only have 5?
Yeah. I mean, I guess Gibson would be... Gibson's slightly surprising because his reputation still is kind of in the toilet. So I guess that one was a little surprising for him to get nominated. But, I mean, good comeback for him. I'm all about people getting second chances. So, I mean, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Most of them, I mean, screenplay is kind of
Screenplay is pretty good. Hell or High Water, La La Land, Lobster, Manchester by the Sea, and 20th Century Women all got original screenplay noms. Usually that's the category where you'll get some unique nominations, like The Lobster, 20th Century Woman were good additions.
What score would probably be
Adapted screenplay, Arrival, Fences, Hidden Figures, Lion, and Moonlight. So, I mean, it is what it is.
The
Hopefully,
score will be La La Land.
why are we talking about score though? That's useless. I don't give a shit.
It's useful.
So
Is there any others? I think that's it.
Passengers got 2 nominations. That can go fuck itself.
Suicide Squad did too, right?
They got 1.
Yeah.
That Suicide Squad got the same amount of nominations as Silence. But yeah, that's our thoughts on this year's Academy Awards. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll do predictions closer to Oscar time on the show. But thanks for listening and enjoy your day.
See ya.